Day 379 off the grid. It's Postkvnt. Yes, it's Postkvnt, that amazing section where we brag about all the cool new kit that's arrived in the post. Well, in this case, by courier. And it's kind of cool, but it's not really new. In fact, I won this off Trademe for $6 because it was faulty. Now, I was under the impression when I purchased it, it was a brand new unit that didn't actually work. Well, that's not the case at all. It's clearly second hand. In fact, so second hand, the battery in it has died and someone's already jerry-rigged these handy dandy wires, albeit of a gauge far too small, to hook up an external battery, which I have done here. And as we can see, the inverter is currently on, and oh look, there's an LED light bulb running just fine. Full 223 volts on the output as measured by that multimeter, which measures true RMS. Here's a USB outlet. There we go. Got to push it in right there. That works too. And the top one. There you go. No, this is not a handy USB tester. It's just a dongle for charging an e-cig. An e-cig I no longer use, in fact. There we go. So, USB works, and I've had a meter across these, and these work, but these are just pass-throughs really from the battery. I'm not sure what they are really fused at. This is a 20 amp fuse. Solar input I haven't tested yet. AC input I haven't tested yet. And it's bloody jolly gosh spitting to rain again, so that kind of annoys me. Not too bad, but I kind of wanted to whip the cover off and show you the inside because it's quite interesting inside this thing. But I don't really want water falling on the circuit board while it's live. Okay, it stopped a bit. Well, just to be on the safe side, we'll cut the power and we'll go real quick. A free inverter box for an inverter I didn't get. It was just packaging. Anyway, let's lift the lid. So see, I've already done this. Here's a battery here. I think that's around about a 15 or 17 amp hour. It's well bulged on the sides. It's well and truly stuffed. I don't know if that's heavily sulfated or whether it's been cooked. Probably sulfated. It's probably been sitting around for a long time, not been charged. It's quite interesting because it's all the components that you'd rig together yourself externally to make such a unit up, but they're just all bunged in here, and they are still separate modules. So here we have the USB converter that drops the 12 volts from the battery down to USB. I think it's just a little linear regulator, although there is a choke there. It may be switching, but I'll have to have a look at that a bit closer later. Here's the charge controller. Here, this board here is the inverter, and right down the bottom there is the AC power supply, which you'd use to charge the battery from the mains. Oh look, here comes the sun. Wow, the sun's come back. Oh look at that, it's so sunny. It's a sun shower. It's just a sun shower, Baffy. But yeah, so everything you need all in one, eh? I mean, this is bulkier than what we took camping last year. We just had one of those little power buddy things, but of course it needed an external battery. Whereas if I got a new battery to go in here, and you got all in one, 17 amp hours, that should be enough for camping with a decent sized solar panel to keep it topped up each day, and you hope it's sunny when you're camping. But of course with the built-in mains charger, if it goes flat, you can just haul it somewhere where there's power, like the kitchen or something like that, and give it a top up. Oh, that solar panel there, by the way, is the one I'm going to take with me camping. That was the intention of that solar panel. It's a 20 watt semi-flexible, so it'll take up very little room in the car. This is a solar panel I used last year. It's 10 watt old Solar X polycrystalline, which did the job. But I think I'm going to be using this year, and it was pretty snazzy if the solar input works. Fortunate thing is I do actually have some plugs that'll actually fit that, so I can wire up a lead for my solar panel. So that's all pretty good. It's all pretty good really. Right, it's still spitting. I'll put the lid back on. And probably have to pack up the stuff soon and take it into the shed. I did some other stuff today, continued refining the band setup that we're going to be using for our performance at the Pagan Gathering. I replaced a speaker connection on the back of one of the speaker boxes that was so cheap, Ching Chong China speaker jobby. In fact, I might show it to you. I know the band stuff's not as interesting as the soul stuff, and besides, I'm actually going to film the setup of the band gear when we're actually out there. Well, here we are. This is what I removed. We have two speakers. They both had these. One of them last year got destroyed because Baffy accidentally stood on the speaker wire and this plastic just fell apart. But this one, as you can see, is intact. Oh, you see it's broken. I actually broke that after I took it out, just demonstrating how weak this plastic is, and for some insane reason I decided to fix it. Fuck knows why, because look at it. This is the crappiest piece of shit. Look, dissimilar metals, all corroded. One of these terminals had a resistance of about 1 ohm, and that's why I replaced it, you know. 4 ohm speaker and then 1 extra ohm of contact resistance. And I bet you the corrosion was forming a crude diode junction too, so it was probably non-linear, making things sound a bit more distorted. These contacts, yeah. Here we go. They come right off. They come right away. Look at that. Look at that. The one that broke last year, I tried to salvage the contacts and retast them on a little project, that little voltage converter that runs our internet at night, and one of these just completely fell to bits while I was installing it. I had to improvise a sort of a replacement. This plastic is crap. These terminals are crap. And this speaker was cheap as, I mean, when I got it, was another auction goodie, not an online auction, but Baffy's dad actually picked it up at a police auction one day when we weren't there. The day she got her bass guitar from there, which has been a very nice bass because it's an Ibanez, made in Japan, but the speaker was designed in America, but made in Ching Chong, China. And it was already blown when I got it. I've put some better drivers in it. And yeah, so now they've both got some decent terminals. Well, I didn't really want to talk about that for too long, but I'm just saying they got the band gear together. This arrived today, so we'll take this camping. I'll redo these cables and put some decent ones on there, shorter, heavier, you know. I've got a 40 amp hour AGM battery I'm going to use with it. I'm not going to use this car battery. This is actually not a very good car battery at all. We'll probably run this for a very short period of time, not long enough to be counted upon. And yeah, and then we'll have a little unit. One advantage this has over the Power Buddies, for some reason, the insane reason, the Power Buddies has this 3-way switch, and you can go inverter off or USB. I mean, what the fuck? But mind you, the Power Buddy has 2 cigarette lighter sockets that are always live, because they're basically hooked straight through to the battery terminals. So you could just bung a USB butt plug into that and carry on charging USB stuff anyway. But this is nice that I won't have to. So there we go. I don't have any of these dinky little 12 volt DC lights to plug into it, so we've got a couple more of these AC lights, which, being LEDs, they don't use much juice, so they're alright to use at the camp. So that's basically that, really. Post bag. Or Postkvnt. Yeah, well. Oh, what have we got here? Yes, here's another Postkvnt. This is that 24 volt 10 amp battery charger that arrived about 3 or 4 days ago now. It's still sitting on the doorstep where the courier dropped it off. I haven't even opened it up. Bet you're wondering what kind of battery charger it is. Well, you have to wait until I open it up and install it. So there we have it. This is Amon's golf course, apparently. Yeah, it's a golf course. There are golf balls, and there was even a golf club lying around here somewhere. Oh, there it is over there in the grass. Oh yeah, what a wonderful golf course it is too. I guess that's all there really is to say. This has been a little bit of a silly rant, but you know, you got to see the Kingdom Fly portable solar power generator. Yeah. Okay, and I'm going to stop it here on day 379 off the grid. And even under a sky like this, you know, at this time of year, we still got plenty of power, and there's more panels and a windmill to go up.